Now, the Shroud of Turin is one of the most famous religious relics in the world, and it is about to be shown on television for the first time in nearly 40 years. The Shroud has only been filmed for television once before in 1976, but as his parting gift to the Catholic Church, the former Pope Benedict gave permission to show it again. A video of the 4-meter-long linen cloth will be aired on Italian TV tomorrow. Many Catholics believe Jesus was buried in the shroud, which shows the image of a man's body and face. Using negative black and white imagery, you can see injuries on the figure that may seem similar to those of someone who has been crucified. Now, many scholars have dismissed the shroud as a piece of medieval forgery, but some scientists say a new study dates the shroud between 280 BC and 220 AD, and that could place it within Jesus' lifetime. Well, joining us from Colorado is Barry Schwartz. He is the founder and editor of Shroud.com. Barry, you are also one of the original team members that actually debunked the dating of this and said that it dated back to medieval times. So what do you think of these new findings?
Well, actually, I was on the scientific team that performed the first in-depth scientific examination of the Shroud in 1978. And frankly, our data was the data that supports the authenticity of the Shroud rather than disputes it. The radiocarbon date occurred 10 years after our examination and basically has been shown in more recent years by scientific analysis to not to have been accurate or valid based on the sample that they used.
Okay, well, thank you for clarifying that. So what do you think it is now that people keep wanting to sort of look at the Shroud, find out the exact dates? Why does it have this enduring appeal, both in terms of the mystery around it and its spirituality?
Well, you know, before I can give you an answer to that, I first have to tell you and the audience that I'm Jewish and came into this with great resistance. I was a total skeptic. But I have come to understand, first of all, the evidence has convinced me it's authentic. And secondly, maybe more importantly, I've come to realize that it's really symbolic. It's an important, I think, attribute that people can look at, perhaps if their faith is weak or perhaps if they haven't thought about it. It sort of points in that direction for people. And so I have great respect for it, even if it doesn't represent my personal beliefs. I think what makes the Shroud so interesting, even on a broader basis, is the fact that it's a mystery, that modern science has examined it to try and determine how the image was formed and has gotten no closer to that answer than we did 35 years ago when we started our examination. So I think that the fact that it's a mystery, the fact that it's an object of faith to about 1 billion people, and I think the fact that science has been unable to answer the questions that we've asked makes it even that much more fascinating, even for the general public.
Barry, hold on for just a minute, because I want to tell viewers about this new app that's actually come out, and it's been created to allow users to look at the Shroud in high definition. Those keen for a closer look at the cloth will be able to zoom into any part of the Shroud. They can also turn the picture negative so you can see the details that are normally invisible to the naked eye. Now, that app is called Shroud 2.0, and it is sanctioned by the Catholic Church. So, Barry, I'm wondering, you know, we know this new video is coming out tomorrow. We also see this app. What is it going to mean for researchers, but also for the general public?
Well, I think, first of all, giving access to the general public in their smartphones is a brilliant idea. I think it's long overdue, and I'm glad that the Turin authorities finally authorized a formal app to be released. There are a few others that have been out there, but nothing with the authorization of the Turin authorities. The thing that's great about it is that I've already seen a video clip of it. It allows for ultra detailed images of the Shroud to be zoomed in on. And this app was made from 1,600 or more still high-resolution digital photographs that were seen together to create a very ultra high-resolution 12 gigapixel image, which will be available through the app. So I think the app's a great idea, and looking forward to getting it myself.